AEW sure knows how to build intrigue and leave the fans wanting more, with an amazing cliffhanger on this week's episode of Dynamite. A simple proposal by Bryan Danielson has left a huge impact on social media, as fans quickly started to speculate and come up with ideas about a possible new stable, including Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, and a couple of other AEW stars. We could be looking at an incredible story in the making, which could give the fans weeks and even months of intriguing television. After a few teases from Bryan Danielson, it was quite clear that his next obstacle was going to be Jon Moxley. And even though AEW listens to their fans and gives the people what they want, they do like to put twists and turns in their decisions, to avoid being too predictable. After winning a match against Wheeler Yuta, Moxley was faced by Bryan Danielson, who unexpectedly offered to team up and work together, instead of fighting each other. It's safe to say that no one saw this coming, and this turn has left more questions than answers. But the one question we all have on our minds is, will Jon Moxley accept Danielson's offer? After ridiculing the current world champions of All Elite Wrestling, Bryan suggested that they form an alliance, and together they could win whatever championship they wanted, and become unstoppable. The American Dragon also suggested that him and Moxley could train the next generation of AEW stars like Lee Moriarty, Wheeler Yuta, and Daniel Garcia. Even though Moxley showed some interesting facial expressions, they both left the ring without reaching an agreement, as Danielson suggested that Moxley should think about it before coming up with a decision. This story could go two different ways. The first option could be that we see Jon Moxley refusing to team up with Bryan Danielson, which leads to their match. The last time we saw them in a singles match together was all the way back in 2013. It's clear that all AEW and WWE fans would be excited to see this match happen again, now that these two men have grown, developed their characters, and gained more experience in this industry. This is a similar proposition to when Chris Jericho offered Moxley to join the Inner Circle, which he had declined. AEW has not really given us the same story twice in the past, so even though I want to see this match eventually happen, I think that Moxley should go the other way and accept the offer. This could either lead to them simply forming a tag team, taking part in some amazing matches such as against the Young Bucks, the Lucha Brothers, Jurassic Express, the Kings of the Black Throne, and many other tag teams in AEW. Alternatively, we could see them form a faction, as Danielson suggested. Even though Garcia and Moxley had their differences in the past, these three men would form an incredible trio, and very good contenders for the AEW Trios Championships, whenever they are created. The amount of knowledge and experience Garcia could gain from these two talented individuals is simply astonishing. Learning technical wrestling from one of the best in the world, Bryan Danielson, and learning character development and promo skills from Jon Moxley. As I scrolled through social media, I was quite surprised to see that most AEW fans who watch the program on a regular basis actually want to see these two team up together. Fans are highly praising the unpredictability aspect of this simple yet incredible promo. Considering the number of years Moxley and Danielson can still have in the business, we can always see their match at a later stage. Tony Khan should really think this through and make this happen. Leave a comment below and tell me how would you book this story. Thanks for watching.